Hello, welcome back to the Delicia Rapper podcast, and I am Delicia. So today I bring with you one of the famous everyday topics that we'll never get used to them, and which is fair enough, we do not have to get used to them, like teenage pregnancy. You know, it's one of those things. No matter how many people around you have seen them going through, it will never be normal or just taken slightly or easily or normally or going easy on it. Well, at least at first, because um, over time you accept as a family or friends, but otherwise it's never going to be an easy thing to do. And I am sure that as a parent, there's one of the fears that you might have when you think of your kids, which they do not even listen, don't understand why you should date later on in life. But anyways, that's what we're gonna be going through. Not exactly, but partly about it, because there's this lady who came through and then she's looking for a different perspective, sort of like advices. I got this article from the Blind Spot, and the name of this, the title rather, of this, it's that our 16-year-old son and his girlfriend are pregnant, and my husband has cut him off rather. I wonder, what is this cutting off? Like, did he cut him financially, or did he chase him out of his house? Like, I don't want to see you again in my house since you are the man yourself. But it's not easy. I understand that everyone will have their unique first reaction to this. Like, there will be some judgments around that, but be careful on how you go about it. But otherwise, whether we like it or not, there's gonna be judgments and first unique. I'm calling them unique because different reactions to this. But let's get into the story. So the mother came through. So basically, maybe the mother took it easy, or not easy, but rather different from how the father took it. And this can bring division in the family, the sad part about it, because it may come across as like the mother is not being a mother or a parent enough to call out on the child's behavior, or you're promoting this behavior, you're agreeing with him, or maybe you've been knowing that he's been misbehaving. Whereas is not like that. And I'll agree with the mother that it is done, it is done. And chasing them out of the house or cutting them off anyhow, it's not gonna solve or reverse the whole thing. Rather than, let's take this and restructure from here, that on how we're gonna move forward, support them and show them that this was not a good thing and you shouldn't do it again. Let's focus on doing the good things, focus on your studies and all that, rather than just putting more pressure into this pressure already. It's not wise. It's not gonna solve anything. It's just gonna make matters worse. Let's find out what really went down, okay? My 16-year-old boy recently told us that he and his girlfriend, that should be a girlfriend, are pregnant. Just like any parent, we were shocked. Yes, you have to react. When I was like, wow, baby, I couldn't wait for you. No, you would never think of that. And left disappointed, because we have spoken to him about this so many times that at least rather he must use a condom. Oh my word, OMG. I'm telling you, being a mother or a parent rather oh, it's the toughest thing ever on earth that I could imagine. So you even went on to a conversation with this, which is fair enough, which is very wise of them. You should not, because I don't agree with those parents whom they just going to just scream and want to divide planet Earth into pieces that they can have their kids dating. Or so you can't prevent that. It comes with stage, you know. It's either they're gonna date or not. But otherwise, talk to them on how it goes, you know. Provide them with safety measures and the cons of doing this, you know, rather than avoiding it altogether. Have a talk with them so that they understand what they are partaking in. You just cannot ignore it. Okay, if you didn't do it, that does not mean they wouldn't do it. You know, it's like you being a pastor and you expect your sons or your kids to be pastors as well, or to come to church every single day. That's not going to happen. That's your own journey, and they're walking their own unique journey as well. So have a talk with them. Have a talk with them. Don't ignore it. And who knows, maybe they're just, you know, when you're still in primary, you don't really know much about this, but you just want to have a talk with them. It's just, they've just been playful. If she comes back at school, I mean from school, and she tells you about some, you know, don't, and you should be wise enough on knowing when and what to discuss with them. You can't tell a primary school and how to use condom. No, you do not. Like, come on now. It goes with stage and the timing of this whole thing. Now let's continue. Now 2 months have passed and I have come to sacrifice that I will be a grandmother. The changes that come with, but I don't understand what she says here. She'd come to sacrifice. What's that? But my husband is not happy and has completely stopped talking to our son. Oh no. Why? Okay, well, I understand his anger, but 2 months already, like, I no longer, you're cancelled. You are cancelled. While I understand his anger, I feel he is being unfair on me because I now have to deal with everything myself. When I try to talk to him about this issue, he says I have always been too lenient on him. Oh no. Now is not time to point fingers. Now is the time to put our best teamwork. Like, you know teamwork? Now this is where teamwork is needed. Whether you used to do this, it's not gonna help. We are here, and you're gonna put yourself there the corner and leave us here. It's not gonna help at all. There's no need to divide, you know. We need to be together. We need to deal with this together. Before we had kids, it was just the two of us, remember? And then we had these kids together, so it has always been together. Why now you choose it? This is what comes with being a parent, whether you like it or not. But as a mother, I wouldn't allow him to sink all by himself. This has caused a rift in our marriage and I just don't know what to do. It's like you're left alone. Now you have to do all these things by yourself, which is not fair at all. It is not fair. It is not fair at all, because, you know, another sad thing about this whole thing, which is my mom used to tell us, that she used to say that, you know, if police come here in the house and they say they are coming here to arrest you, I'm not gonna say no, she didn't do that and that, because I don't walk with you. I'm not always with you in the street. I never be with you in the street, you know. I don't, in the house you can behave like this, but outside in the street, I don't know how you are, which is fair enough, you know. She used to say that. I do agree with that, which is very true. At home, you can be a nice child, a good child, you know, who's very respectful and all that, but out there, you're the worst thing ever. You are that child whom other parents give example that we want to be like who. I don't want to see you with who, you know. So please, maybe at home he has always been a good son to his mother and all that. But unfortunately, it came down to this, he was just playing around, fooling around until he found out that, whoop, oh, my knees. But anyways, that's what I think of this. Let me know that, do you think it's a good idea for the husband to be angry, or at least how long is he going to be angry? Because him being angry it's him compromising the structure of the family, like the happiness is missing on the happiness. What could be is missing out on the good memories that they can create together. You're wasting time being angry. Like, come on now. Maybe since you failed to, not fail, but rather it didn't exactly work out as much as they had a talk with him on how to go about this. Maybe, you know what, deal with what is at hand now, what is on the table. Like, okay, educate him on how or what stands ahead of him, since he's a parent. He's gonna need to focus more at school, or maybe you want him to leave school and find a job. Just talk to him, support him, so that you never, I know the problem is that once you support them, they'll think that you agree and they'll go do it again. Not that way, but at least try to be a positive person in their cloudy moments, cloudy times. Just try. I know it's very difficult, I know, but just try. I'm agreeing with this thing because it's your child. You don't have a choice. Are you gonna dump them somewhere and be like, I'm done with it? It's your child. I believe that a child, once you have a child, is gonna be your life project. Maybe even when you're dead, you're still taking care of them somehow. But otherwise, until you're still alive, they are your project. So that's all from me today. Otherwise, let me love and leave you.